I got my hands on the new Latte Glaze lip oil balms by Maybelline. I got 5 of the shades here that I'm gonna test with you. I'm gonna put all of these on my lips and share with you my first impression thoughts. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is a glassy lip oil balm that is in the lifter range. We also, of course, have the lifter glosses, and these are gonna be sheer, shiny, glossy, and hydrating. These have cherry extract, they have jojoba oil, shea butter, and a bunch of hydrating ingredients in them. The packaging of them feels a little bit like a Maybelline lipstick usually would. And then when you open it up, it's just a bullet lipstick that twists up. So it makes me think a little bit like those clicky stick pen formulas, but they are in a bullet like this. It does smell a little bit like nutty, a little bit like vanilla. There's something quite nice about it. It has something a little fresh. It's not too overpowering. I don't feel like I smell it on my lips. I have the clear one on right now to like see how I feel about the formula. Already try it out a little bit. It's a subtle scent, but it's a little bit different than what I am used to from a lot of lip products. So the first one that I have here is the one in 001 Clear. And this is just a clear lip balm. It's not incredibly shiny on the lips. It does feel quite nice on lips. It's kind of like in between a thicker and a thinner formula. It doesn't feel sticky, but it does have a little bit of a grip. I was a little bit scared that these were gonna feel like the new ones from Makeup Revolution, because those are so oily that they kind of like disappear off the lips right away. Like there's nothing there after like 10 minutes. And this one is indeed a little bit thicker. It feels like a really nice balm, hydrating, but not super glossy or gloopy. I don't feel like this really feels like a gloss on a stick. I will apply a little bit more to show you. It's also not like super melty, but it does leave the lips looking quite healthy, nice, hydrated. I do feel like my lips look smooth. There is definitely a little bit of a glow to it, but it's not like, wow, that's a gloss in a stick for sure. It's a little bit in between. It's kind of like a tinted lip balm that is a little bit more glossy. That's how I'm feeling right now with this clear one, but it could also be that the different shades have a different effect on the lips. I do like this one so far. I don't know if I feel like it's necessary to get this formula in the clear one. I feel like there are cheaper lip balms that do the same thing. Like I paid 13 euros for these, which is not extremely cheap, but also not very expensive. I feel like that's right around where I would expect Maybelline to be. Okay, then we're moving on to the second shade. This one is 002 Pink Drip, and this is a light baby pink, very sheer, looks somewhat similar to the clear one. It just has the slightest hint of a tint, at least in a swatch. I haven't put this one on my lips just yet. This is a type of product that I personally do really love, like that slight tint for if you have a very subtle makeup look on and you don't want your lips to be too pigmented, or you don't want to feel like you have to baby your lip product, or that you need to have a mirror to apply it. So I actually think this is going to be a pretty nice one. I'm very excited to try this one out. This one, yeah, it's not gonna be super pigmented, I think. Yeah, I don't see a lot of pigment here. I see like a hint of pink, but I also have pretty pigmented lips. My natural lips are pretty pigmented, so it could be that if you have a lightly pigmented lips, it makes more of a difference. Just gonna apply a little bit more. I do feel like it did a little bit more than the clear one. What I do like about these is that you can build this up quite a bit without getting any stringiness or weirdness. It doesn't get goopy, which is a good thing, because I feel like with a lot of these gloss on the sticks kind of products, you do get a little bit of a gloopiness if you apply too much. So you don't really have to be careful with these. It feels really nice. It looks really smooth. It is just very flattering on the lips. Lately, I've tried a bunch of lip products that do show my lip lines a little bit more than I would like, that do show dryness of my lips, but I don't feel like these do that. I think this is a really nice one. But yeah, the glow is kind of subdued. So this was 002 Pink Drip. Alright, on to the more pigmented colors, and I did feel when I removed the swatches of these that they stained maybe a little bit. It doesn't say anywhere in the description where I bought these. I bought these at Boozy Shop in the Netherlands. I didn't see anything in the description on this being somewhat staining, but I did feel when I took off the swatches that a little bit of a stain was left, which is nice. So this one is 004 Cherry Swirl, and this is kind of like a brighter sheer red. I really love sheer red lip products, so I'm very excited about this one. I think this is going to be a great color for like spring, summer. I really, really love the juicy look of these kinds of colors on the lips. So let's apply. Oh, I really like that. It is right away quite a bit more pigmented. So the question is this gonna look as smooth as the other ones? After I've just applied these, it almost feels like they could be a little bit minty, like there's a little bit of a mintiness to them. I checked the ingredient list and I couldn't find anything like menthol, so I don't think these actually have anything plumping or minty in them, but there's an ingredient in here that gives me a slight bit of that. So this is the Cherry shade. I do feel like this one looks slightly less smooth on the lips than that lighter pink shade. I feel like it emphasizes a little bit more of unevenness and dryness on my lips. It is not terrible. It still definitely works, but it's not the perfectly smooth lip product that I would love. Like this, it's fine. It looks like a pretty cute tinted lip balm, but I don't think this is gonna be my favorite. Like, it's pretty nice. I also feel like applying more of this makes this one look maybe a little bit more gloopy than the other ones. I think this one is a little bit more tricky, but it's kind of cute. I kind of like it. It's not terrible, but I don't know. I'm just seeing a little bit of gloop right here. I'm just gonna remove a bit of this. I think I like that better. That slightly blotted look. I think this one probably needs less, and this one cannot be built up as much as the lighter colors. Yeah, now I like it. Now I like the look of it. But yeah, you're kind of losing a little bit of the shine. But I think next time I would wear this one, I would definitely just do one swipe and one swipe. The pigment and the color is really nice. I do like this one. So this one was Cherry Swirl. I just took it off and I just feel like there is a hint of a tint. My lips do look a little bit more red than they did before. So there's something going on there, but I don't think it's enough for them to actually promote it as a like tinted stain. My lips do feel quite soft. Okay, let's move on to the next color that I have, which is 008 Acaï Glaze. And this one looks very dark. It looks kind of like a dark, almost black and purple in the bullet, but as you swatch it, it becomes more of that muted purple, kind of like cool tone nude shade that is, I think, comparable to Black Honey by Clinique. So this is really like that trend color that a lot of people love. I think this is going to be a really interesting color. I'm excited to see how this will look on me. So I'm gonna apply it. It's much more subtle as you're applying it than it is in the bullet. That is a really nice shade. Definitely that cool tone kind of berry color. I tried to apply a little bit less than I did with the Cherry Swirl shade because I do feel like these more pigmented shades, they don't like being layered. So what I said at the beginning, that doesn't seem to be true for all of their shades. I think it's a pretty cute color. It looks pretty good. I just feel like maybe I was expecting a little bit more. Like, it's not super glossy. It is quite subtle. It's more like a lip balm. It's a little bit more barely there than I was expecting. But if you like more of a tinted lip balm, then I think you could really enjoy this. But yeah, I just feel like it doesn't look perfectly smooth. It is clinging a little bit to some dry patches and to like my lip lines over here. It's not like smoothing everything over perfectly. And I have that issue more often, so it doesn't have to be the case that that is the thing for you as well. But for me, I would have liked it if this were a little bit smoother. So this was 008 Acaï Glaze. Then we have the last color I was able to buy. This is the one in 009 Latte Crush. And this is kind of like a neutral brownish shade. Looks really nice in the swatch. I really think this is going to be such a beautiful color. It's kind of like a deeper nude. It has something, a little bit of a coffee tone to it, which I think is really cool, especially in like the fall, winter. So I'm actually really excited about this one. I hope this is going to look good on me. I hope this one is going to be smoother than the other ones. I still have a little bit of hope. So let's apply it and see. I hope it's gonna be good. I really like this color with my look. Ooh, I think I'm really gonna like this. I think this is a really nice color. It's a little bit closer to my lip color, not as dark or bright. And I think because of that, this one is working a little bit better for me. Like, the pigment is dispersing a little bit more evenly. I do really like the look of this one. This one is really nice. It has something a little bit rosy to it, like a bit of a rosiness to the brown because my natural lip color is shining through. This one is looking a lot more smooth, a lot more even on my lips. I think this is gonna be my favorite color together with that pink drip one, but that one is really subtle. So I think this is gonna be my favorite for if I actually want some color to the lips. I think this is a really great one. This is nice. I think this is gonna be my favorite. Like, this is a cute color. Alright, so those are going to be all the shades. I was kind of expecting these to be a little bit more oily, but they definitely feel like a tinted lip balm. They feel really nice and hydrating. I do really like how they make my lips feel. The colors are not all my favorites. I think the purple and the red one are going to be a little bit more difficult for me to use. I am going to try them again. I'm going to see how I really feel about this formula, but I think this one is obviously, like this latte one is obviously the best shade for me. I think it's really cute. But yeah, I can imagine when you saw this product announced that you thought it was going to be more of a gloss in a stick. And I personally think this is a tinted lip balm. This is slightly glossy, but not very glossy. It has a slight tint to it. It is mostly a very hydrating product. That is how I'm going to see these. This is how I'm gonna use these. Yeah, it's a little bit different than I was expecting, but I do think I see myself using these more, especially this shade. Okay, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.